Gregory is off on something else right now, so it's Corey and myself that are sharing the update today. We first, to speak to the registry application layer, we had been in this Tasmanian devil sprint, and that has been extended. What is moving there right now is Stripe invoicing flow, automating the transfer of credits, including transaction IDs into the database, Stripe payment checkout, purchase page, and auto retirement option for credits and admin transfer interface. So that's what's moving right now in the registry. Corey, do you want to, I guess I could share on the Cosmos community and actually ask Neil if you want to share anything about this, as this is something that you found. The Game of Zones is over, but there was an exploit that we found and published. Do you want to share anything about that?
Yes. So this was a really interesting bug we found. So actually, like with this bug, anyone can just transfer the real tokens, and then it cannot be redeemed any time after. So yeah, we reported this issue to Cosmos dev team and then Game of Zones team. Yeah, sadly we couldn't win the phase. Like, there were other people like P2P who got to be the winner. But yeah, this is a potential bug, and then they need to fix this. It's an interesting find, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. And it's well documented for anyone that wants to read the blog post here. Just interesting to learn more about it. So that's kind of what's moving in Cosmos. And now I guess, Corey, if you want to share about the blockchain roadmap pieces.
Yeah, sure. So on the blockchain side of things, we are still in the midst of the long ongoing protocol buffer migration. The two sort of main components of that are the kind of transaction migration piece, which is the largest chunk that Aaron is working on right now. He had a large PR, which is that first one kind of linked here, 6213, that we've been splitting up into a bunch of smaller, more atomic PRs. Two of those that have been merged are kind of listed here. And then on the query proto migration, we've also been making some headway there and have a handful of PRs that were merged in the last couple weeks related to the query side as well. Also, Bitwit was working on a bunch of improvements to our test coverage, which was really great. So thanks to Anil and the team for some of that work. For that, there's a PR in progress, which we uncovered a small bug with the SDK that we're having to investigate now. But then a separate set of additional test coverage that we created in a PR is now ready for review, and that's 6349. The one other thing that I'll mention on the blockchain side, so there's been a long conversation about how we handle security audits and how we're thinking about that for the 039 release of the SDK. We've actually been introduced to a previous member of the Cosmos SDK team, I think of the SDK team, or maybe just he was working specifically on Tendermint, who is going to be meeting with some of us internally to talk about maybe doing some, not an explicit audit, but getting involved in doing some security reviews of the code that we're working on. And so that's a conversation that we're going to be having this week. So, yep. That's it.
Thanks, Corey. And then lastly, just on the science team, we're in the process of hiring an additional person on the science team, and the applications for that have closed, and we're in the midst of interviewing and choosing someone. And that brings us to the end of the presentation for this call. Certainly, if there's any discussion topics folks would like to get into, I don't know if there's anything on your mind, Will or Anil, that you'd like to discuss right now, or we could also wrap up either way.
I don't really have anything.